Hey guys, this is me in Madrid in my new house, and it's my third day here. Still kind of getting over the jet lag, but I'm doing a lot better. Slept a lot better last night. The city's a lot bigger than when I was in Alicante. I have to take the metro to school, and if we want to go to like the bigger parts of the city, we have to take the metro. But we're getting 10 metro passes at once, so we can take trips back and forth to school until we can get our bigger passes. We have to pay for like a month pass and go get like the younger student pass, but we have to go into the tobacco shop to get it, and it's like €50. So we got to get one of those every single month, but it'll be like a card and it'll have our face and stuff on it, so we can have unlimited trips back and forth for the month. Um, when I first got here, it was horrible. I was trying to update everybody, and the internet wasn't working. I couldn't get my internet to work on my computer, and I was like freaking out, and I was tired, and I was jet lagged, and I was starving, and it was just a horrible first day. But my plane was delayed like an hour, and then the guy wasn't there to get me, and this really nice lady was like, here, you can use my phone. And I was like, oh my gosh, gracias, gracias. And I called the school, and the guy was actually standing like really close to me, but he had to sign out for some other guy because he thought that I missed my flight. So that was kind of funny. I don't know. Then we finally got to leave and drive back to the school, and he took me to my house, and I got everything dropped off. My mom was like, vamos, vamos, a escuela, escuela. And I was like, okay, I gotta go. So I had to leave like as soon as I got here, not having eaten anything, and like find my way to the metro with like almost no directions. So I'm really glad that I looked at it before I left the United States. What else did I do my first day? I went to school, and our director's really, really nice, but she was like, okay, you gotta go take a test. You gotta go take a test. I'm like, right now? So I had to take a test, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fail this. I can't even think in English right now. This is horrible. And I did kind of bad on my test. But unlike when I took my test in Alicante, they have an oral part here. So I sat down with her and talked to her for like 30 minutes in Spanish. And she was like, you speak a lot better than you did in your test. I don't understand, da da da. And I'm like, I am so tired. Like, things that normally make sense don't make sense right now. And I really just need to sleep. And she's like, okay, I'm going to put you in the upper level class, da 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 da. No problem. Make sure you're practicing for your internship. And I was like, okay, no pasa nada, da da da. And everything was fine. And then Grace got out of school, and we went and kind of walked around a little bit, and then came home, and our mom made us some food. And for the first like 2.5 days, she didn't give me any meat. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. She thinks I'm a vegetarian. So I had to have the food talk with her, like I had to have with my mom in Alicante when she wasn't giving enough food. And that happened yesterday, and I was like, I eat meat, and I kind of need meat with dinner, and, do you usually have meat with dinner? I would like meat, like, for lunch and dinner, and she was like, oh, no, okay, da 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 da. So it was, like, not a big deal, and we're going to test that tonight. Okay, what else happened? Oh, when I first got here, the internet wasn't working. I was saying that before, and I couldn't get internet on my computer, and I couldn't get internet on my iTouch, and I only am at school until, like, 12:30, so after that, I leave and I don't go back, and it's like a really long walk and an even, 30-minute metro ride, so it's pretty far. So it's not like I can just go over there, and there's no coffee shops that have Wi-Fi really close to our house. So I had to like cry to our mom. I was like, I need internet, I need to talk to my parents, I need, to make sure they know I'm okay. And Grace let me borrow her computer. That was really nice, so that I could message my dad and make sure he knew I wasn't dead, or like my plane crashed or something horrible happened to me in the streets of Spain. But she invited one of her friends over that's kind of like a techie guy that set up her router. And I guess she had the MAC coding on her router changed so that it kind of locked out different codes. So that he had to add my MAC code into it. And then I was like, oh, thank you. And it wasn't done until like 2:30 in the morning Spain time. So I didn't have my computer back like all night. And then I got to use it and update everybody in the morning. But then the next day I found out my iTouch wasn't working, and I was like, shit, I still can't use my internet on this. I'm not going to be able to text anybody like I did when I was in Alicante. This is horrible. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to deal. I'm going to figure it out. So then I was like, all right, how am I going to get this to work? Da, 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 da. And I sat and worked with Bob at Florida Southern for a couple hours, and then we couldn't figure anything out. And then I stumbled upon this blog where this guy was like telling people how to get their iTouches and their Macs to connect on the internet when it wasn't picking up a DNS. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but let me try this. And it just happened to be like a back door for my iPod. So now my iPod works at home and at school. And it is awesome because now I can talk to everybody whenever I want. And what else did we do? We walked around a lot last night. We kind of got to know like the streets that are really close to our house because we haven't really gone out yet because everything's a metro right away. So we want to know like where we're going and things like that. But at dinner, I was talking with our sister Elena, and she marked on my map where all the bars are and where all the big roads for shopping are. And our mom told me where like the best ice cream in Madrid is and different things like that, so that we kind of knew some places to go during the day or if we wanted to go out at night. So I have those things that we're going to go do pretty soon, probably this weekend. My house mom is really nice, but we don't know like what kind of food she's going to make still. It's kind of one of those mystery things. Like, are we going to have carrot soup again that was put into the blender for the second or third day in a row with no meat? So it was just kind of one of those things. So I'm going to, kind of see how it goes tonight. And then if it's still bad, then we're going to have another talk. But she seems really nice. And she's like, I'll do your laundry whenever you want. What do you want for breakfast? She got us Honey Nut Cheerios. That's awesome. I had pan de chocolate for breakfast this morning. That was really good. Everybody keeps asking me if I want coffee. I was like, no, I don't want coffee. I got a phone. This is my Spanish phone. It's prepaid. I keep playing with it because I, have phone phobias. I can't have my phone out of my hand, and leaving the country, turning off my phone was harder than my flight, which is kind of sad. But my phone, it was funny when we went and got it. The guy was like, oh, you need your passport. And we were like, damn it, we just walked like 15 minutes here. Now we have to go back to the house. But then it started raining and we had to walk. It's been kind of rainy here, but it's actually warmer here today than it is in Michigan and in Lakeland, Florida. So that's kind of cool. What else have we done? But yeah, I got this. The guy was really nice. He kind of spoke a little bit in English, so it worked out when I had to ask questions I had no idea how to ask in Spanish. Today we went to the museum, and I've been there before. I was there the last time everybody in Alicante went, and we didn't look at many paintings this time, but we had the pass where we could walk around, and I had class early, so I took extra time and walked around, and then I went and met up with Grace again and some other people that we met today, and we walked down to the Plaza Mayor and walked and just kind of saw some shops. It was a little bit close to siesta time, so some things were closed, but a lot of things were still open, and all the crazy people down there. I also found out, for everyone that was in Alicante and saw Spiderman in the Plaza Mayor before, that he has a Facebook group that you can become a fan of, or a page or whatever, so everyone should definitely check that out if you know what I'm talking about. We've had Spanish boys whistling at us and yelling, ay guapa, la 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 la. We're like, but it's kind of funny. We've had a couple pretty good days, But our family's nice, and we're still kind of getting adjusted, figuring everything out. What else is new? I don't know. Everybody in my class does not speak English. I have one lady that's older from Korea and two people from France. They do actually speak English, I found out today, but they don't. They speak French. And then in class, we speak Spanish, so everybody speaks other languages other than me. So that's kind of fun. I can't cheat in class and be like, let me just say this in English and someone can tell me how to say it in Spanish. So that's kind of cool. It's really funny listening to our French people in class try and pronounce their R's, and they can't do it, and they say it in their throat instead of with their tongue. So that was great in class the other day. They were trying to say barrio, and our teacher was like, no, it's barrio. Say barrio. And she was yelling at them. It was hilarious. But we have our Spanish moments, is what we call them in class. But other than that, not a lot's going on. Grace and I, like I said, we just got back from walking around downtown and, trying to kind of make plans with other people. We looked for churros forever and found out that you cannot get churros con chocolate until after 5 or 6 o'clock at night or in the morning. So that was kind of one of those things we were a little bit disappointed about, but no big deal. What else is going on? I'm going to try and add pictures to this video. If not, I'll put them on Facebook. But I took pictures around my house, and I'll show you guys those. It's just, what the house looks like. I'll have pictures of my family later. But other than that, got to visit the museum. We have another excursion this weekend. There's a flamenco show that we have the option of going to, like flamenco y un copa. So might go do that. I'm not sure because most of our excursions are included, but that one is not. So we're going to decide if we want to go. what else is going on? Not a lot. You know, we're still kind of like getting adjusted, like I said, and we want to, you know, kind of explore a little bit more of like the downtown areas. And I got 2 new sets of Genie pants, if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Styling, I've used the Febreze on my clothes. And other than that, you know, just got unpacked, getting used to all the walking again, and, you know, a little bit different food here. But everything's pretty good, you know, school's going well, my homework's not outrageously hard, and I'm talking a lot in class, so that's good. Just got to get the talking, you know, at home down and the talking out in the streets. So we'll figure it out, but I'm going to go, and everybody have a good day. Bye.